so we need to talk about this project. This was kind of one of those things that I had a whole bunch of orders that were just sitting around paint drying, pretty much. I was watching glue dry, I was watching paint dry, and I was watching polyurethane dry. So I had nothing to do. So, and I couldn't really kick up a lot of sawdust because I had all that stuff drying in the other room. So I decided to make this. And it's really just made out of stuff I had laying around. I think I may have made 4 cuts, 2 on a table saw, 2 on the chop saw. Oh wait, 5. I cut a little dowel rod, so like 5 cuts. Did about 5 minutes of work on the lathe, and then waited about 20 minutes on stuff to dry. So it's not a crazy build centric. It's more a thought experiment of like what you can do with stuff laying around the shop. So if you're here looking for something like crazy techniques and how to do complex stuff, you're not going to find it here. So just move on out. If you want to watch how I took a bunch of crap I had laying around my shop and built something kind of cool with it, well then, you're more than welcome to hang out. That's been the service message here prior to getting into the video, because otherwise the comments will be like, "You didn't build anything, you just glued crap together." Well, yes, I know I just glued crap together, but you'll see why. It doesn't need to be complex. It can be simple. Sometimes simple is better. I hope you enjoy the little bit of building that I'm doing. So, I need something I can put my headphones on. Because right now, I don't use headphones a lot, and these aren't a really great pair of headphones. I think it cost me like $20 on Amazon, but occasionally I do use them. And when they're not in use, they're usually just like thrown on my desk or whatever. So I need something to put these on to hang them up. So I've got this piece of mahogany that I bought from someone, and it's already in like a rough circle shape. So let's see how these look. Oh, might be a little big. I mean, it would be better if it's a little bit bigger, but this is something like that. It's a little rough right now. It's a little rough. It's just been cut out on a bandsaw on a circle jig, I think. So what I think I'm going to do is I'll take my mounting plate here, mount it to the lathe, and we'll clean this edge up a little bit, kind of make it look nice. And it's pretty thick. And I'm kind of okay with it being really thick because I want it to be heavy because I don't want it to fall off. I don't want to have something I have to mount onto my thing. So I think what we'll do is we'll clean this up on the thing, on the lathe, and then we'll either cut a keyway into it that we can mount like a flat piece like this, so it looks like something like that, and the headphones just sit on it. Or maybe we drill a hole in it and we put a dowel rod in it, and the dowel rod connects to a thing, so it kind of lifts it up off the table. That's something we can decide later. So for right now, let's find the center of this, and then we will go from there. Alright, so this is a circle, a center finding jig for a circle. Works with like a right angle, because normally how you find the angle on a circle like this is you would take like, well, this isn't exactly square, but we can get it close. What you would do is you would take this, then you would bisect that, and then put another one there and bisect that. And that just does this with little ridges. So what we should be able to do is put that on there like that. Grab a pencil, kind of scrap a line, and then just kind of go around it like this. Now we have our rough center point right there. Let's see, can't really see that, but take a little marker. Now that is our rough center point. So what we can do is we can line this guy up, just eyeball it, because we're just eyeballing the center of this thing anyway. Put some screws into this, and then we can mount it over on the lathe. Alright, so we found our center point, and And now I've got some screws. I just got some little guys. Like, we're not going to be doing a lot of heavy torque stuff on this, I don't think. Like, we're just cleaning up the edge. So I don't think we have to go too crazy with our screws. I mean, we got a lot of depth to work with. I could run a big ass screw through it, but I don't think we need to do that. And then this way, if we need to, we can just maybe cut off. However, you know, 3/4 of an inch or whatever this is. Marked my holes. We got a little bit of a shift already there. That's okay. This will be a little wobbly on the lathe when we start, but it'll quickly come into center. So now we got our thing mounted on this. And this is normally a bowl blank. You would turn this into like a bowl or something, or like a cup or something like that. I'm guessing, but I'm going to use it for a headphone holder. So, lathe time. All right, there we go. Nice and tight. Ooh, it's a lot of rope. Like that. Still a little wobble. I don't even know what kind of wood this is. I'm assuming it's mahogany. Let's see how that looks. Oh, it's gotta be. Yeah, I'm thinking this is mahogany. This looks a lot. This looks very mahogany-esque, but we're getting a little rollback, so it might be just off-weighted from this. This giant thing just might be off-weighted. So let's switch over to this guy, and we're just gonna kind of smooth it and see what happens. It's got some really rough spots here. Got this big kind of occlusion right here, but I think that might be all right. I think it might have a, yeah, it does look like it has a crack all the way through it. So let's just stick with this, like just how it is, like this. It's in square. We'll slide this thing out of the way, do some sanding on it, and then we'll figure out where we're gonna go from there. Alright, that looks a lot better. It's good, you know. We might hit that with a palm sander when we're done. Alright, let's turn power off to our lathe. Lock it down, and then we'll unscrew it. And then we'll pull the screws out of the thing, and we'll decide what to do next. Hey, there we go. Came off nice and easy. Back over at the bench. Alright, so there we go. We'll have to hit that with the palm sander when we're done. But yeah, so it's got this big inclusion on the top of it here. But I kind of like it. I think we'll make that the top. I'm not super thrilled with this right here. It's like, I don't know if it's tear out or what, but it's mahogany and it's really porous. So that's what I expect. But I think this, I mean, I've got it really freaking smooth. I got it down to 320 grit. So, but if we don't like it, we can always just remount it right into these holes. And it might be a little bit off if we switch back to it, but we can just re-bring it into round on the lathe. So let's see. So now we took a little bit off, but that's okay. So that's what we're looking like if we do it like that. So it'll look like this. Now the question is, how do we mount it? So I have changed my mind after thinking about it for a day. We're no longer doing that thing because I didn't like the way it looked. It was chunky. Didn't look good. Stylishly, it didn't look good. It didn't appease my artistic taste or autistic taste, whatever you want to call it. So now we're going to go same base, but I had some pieces of cherry that were cut in these weird shapes like this. Well, they're right triangles, but so what I'm thinking about doing now is doing something, well, pretty much exactly this. So we'll do a little stand like this, and then this guy will sit right between it. So we're going to do that. And that looks better to me because we've got a square, we've got triangles, and circles. So we have the three basic geometric shapes all in this. It's now becoming ridiculously sculptural, but that's okay. Ridiculously sculptural is okay. You know, it can be functional, you know, form and function and all that stuff. So we're just going to do this. And I think, like, I have it set up like that, but we'll just do it so maybe, see, the question here now is, do we do it like this with space between them, or squeeze them together, do it like this? This is, I think, is going to be the best way for it. Do it like, put them together like that, and then center this piece in the center, like this, like this, get all those lined up, and then so we have it like that, and then the headphones will still sit right like that. So I think that's what we're going to do. All right, it's a day later. Let's take this out of the clamps. I'll have to do a little sanding over here. We'll just sand this, get it nice and flat. It's a little wobbly right now, but this way we can see exactly how it's going to look. So it'll look like this. I don't like that. That should sit flat. But, so that's the way it's going to look. It'll look like that when it's all done. And then let's just test to see how this thing works. And it'll sit like that. So let's sand this piece up, glue it down, and then glue this down to it, and then we'll just spray it with something. Make it look all nice and pretty. Alright, so we got our piece all nice and smooth. Doesn't rock anymore. It sits there. So now let us try to undo this. Like this. Yeah, I think that would be good. Just go like that. So now we just need to glue this thing down. So let's apply some glue here. And then we will just Just down to there, like that. Alright, so to get our thing secured, I was just going to glue it, but I don't really like that. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of 3/8 dowel, and I know in the center of this, it's going to sit right here where these two combine. So I will drill a hole right there, and then I will drill a hole in the bottom of this, in the center of it, and we'll just squish it out in there like that, and then it'll hold it. We'll just glue that, and if I need to, I can probably just snap it off. So that is what we're going to do next. Alright, so what I've done, I got my 3/8 bit in here. I found the center point there, and I used a center punch to mark a hole in it. Now, hopefully this works. It might not ruin the whole thing. So, we'll find out here in a second. Well, there we go. Got a hole right there in the center. Alright, so I had to bring my table down all the way with the bit as high as I could get it into the chuck, and I just got enough clearance there that I can do this. Now, I was thinking about using the vise and then opening it up, and so it would rest on that, but I don't have enough room for that. I could put some boards in here to kind of steady it, but I'm pretty sure I could probably just hold this stupid thing and just go real slow. And if I screw up, well, then you'll see that. So we're just going to drill a hole in this thing and see what happens. Wasn't really prepared for the screaming there on the drill bit, but, you know, hey. We have a hole. This is going to be a little hard to see because the camera won't focus this close. But what I've done is I've stuck the dowel into the circle bit, and I made a line where that is, so that's right there. And then I stuck the same end of the dowel into the base, and I made a line where that intersects. Now, as long as so I can take the distance from here to the end, add it to this line, and that's how long my hole is. But I want a little bit of slop in there so I can get it to seat all the way down. So I'm going to make it just a little bit shorter than this line to here and this line to here. So we're going to do that. Just bust out this guy. And so we got that. Knock it down to like there. So we're like right there, and that's a little bit shorter. So we'll add that to this, which is roughly right there. So there's our new line right here. So we're just going to go cut that, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, we got our dowel cut. Got a pencil now. So if we put that in there like that, I think the best way to do it first will be to do it that way, and then go. You can do it. There we go. There. So now it's in there. So I just think we'll just take a little glue, put a little glue on it, and just to hold it all in place. And I think we'll be good to go. There we go, all glued in. Okay, so we got our thing, it's all dry. You can see I can pick it up and move it with that thing, so that's working just fine. I just got it up here, I got some spray shellac. Just gonna give it a hit, and we'll just see how it looks. Well, looks pretty good. It's going to take a couple more coats to So really, especially like on the end grain on this top part here. So once that's done, wrong way. Yeah, once the end grain up here is really soaking it in. So we'll need a couple more coats on this, but hey, it looks nice-ish. All right, so it's all done. It's got 4 or 5 coats of shellac on it, and it holds headphones. Am I super happy with it? Yeah. I mean, it does what I kind of intended it to do, but so well, maybe that wouldn't work. But you see my point. Does it work better as just a piece of sculpture? I think it does. It's just a piece of like modern sculpture art thing. I think it works better as that. As a headphone holder, it's serviceable. Could you buy a headphone holder on Amazon for $20 or less? Yes. Could you make an easier version of a headphone holder? Yes. Like this hunk of wood here probably cost way more than anything else, but I got it for like I think $5, and the other stuff I just had laying around the shop. So all in all, I have no money. I have $5 into this thing. So for me, it works. So yeah, that's all I got to say about this. It's just a thing. So now, retreat! Damn. That mahogany makes you sneeze. Well, I'm out of frame. You can't see my head. Am I not plugged in?